Welcome to Center Stage Music Center Online. My name is John Potoknik, and in this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you 3 essential rudiments out of the entire 6 for NYSSMA's level 1 through 2 on the snare drum. All right, the flam. The flam is a very special rudiment, whereas most of the other ones we play result in us using our hands in an alternating fashion, where we'll play the right hand followed by the left, or switching it around and having the left hand followed by the right. But what's really cool about the flam and this rudiment specifically, using both hands, we're gonna have them used together, but not simultaneously, so not exactly at the same time. But when we use these hands together, they're gonna be with a slight distance in between to help give us this crunch. Now what's really nice about the flams too is that we're gonna be counting them as nice, easy quarter notes. So even though we have these 2 notes together, we're gonna have a grace note, nice and light, on our left hand, and then followed by an accent with our right hand. And these 2 are gonna come down something similar like this. You'll notice using my wrist, I'm gonna keep it nice and relaxed, both hands in the same area, allowing it to come up like this to get that nice sound, and the same exact idea with my left hand when we want to alternate this rudiment. So now what we're going to do is, apropos to NYSSMA level 1 and 2, we're going to set our metronome to a quarter note of 60 BPM, just like this, 2, 3, and we're going to play them just as follows, just like this. Here we are, so we'll have 1, 2, ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can also too, having them with different sounds, they might ask different songs, but mostly we're gonna have them just the same exact way. Here's with the snares on. Here we are, 3, 4, 1. Just like that, gonna be nice and even with our metronome, gonna be nice and relaxed with the hands, and then everything will come together beautifully. All right, the paradiddle, specifically the single paradiddle. We'll save our double and triple for later on. Working with this rudiment, it's going to be a fun combination of hitting 1 note in each hand, like so, and hitting 2 notes in each hand, as presented right here in the air, of course. Now what's cool is with the mixture of these 2 notes together, this rudiment is going to be a nice even 4 notes. And what we'll do is, grouping them as 16th notes, you'll have it just like so. You'll have 1 right hand in the beginning, followed by a left hand after, followed by 2 right hands. But we're gonna make sure that these 2 notes are played at the same tempo, same speed, and the same rhythm as the rest of the notes. So now when we alternate and we start with our left hand, we'll have 1 left hand here, and the right hand follows. And then afterwards, we'll have 2 left hands. Again, the same exact tempo, same exact rhythm, same exact space, and felt the same as the rest of our notes. And as apropos to NYSSMA, I'm gonna set my metronome now to 60 BPM. Here we are. Now counting our 16th notes at first, we'll have 1, E, and just like this, here we are. And 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a stop. Now as we feel those notes, it's important to add 1 final articulation, and that's going to be our accent. And what we're going to do is the very beginning of each of our 4 notes, we're going to have, now using my wrist again, staying nice and relaxed as with every rudiment, we're going to have a little more emphasis on that first note, that first right hand, or that first left hand. And with the metronome now adding all 3 ideas together, nice and easy, it'll sound just like this. Here we are, so I'm gonna count my 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a ready, 2, and here we go. There we are, nice and even with our 60 BPM. Important to emphasize again, when getting those accents at the beginning of our notes are right, left, right, right, and then our left, right, left, left. To stay nice and relaxed with the wrist, we don't have to come up too high using the arms at all. I can stay right here, and I can get that height just like so, but nice and easy at 60 BPM. Enjoy the paradiddles with the even 16th note counting. All right, the drag. The drag is a super fun rudiment, as aside from working with our double strokes, it's another introduction to getting us playing something similar to our rolls. But what's fun about the drag is that we're going to be implementing the idea of, instead of one soft ghost note, as we would have for a rudiment such as the flam, we're going to have two. And the idea is that we're going to have a very soft double with our hands, such as this, nice and easy, followed by an accent with the right hand, just like that. As we played our accents before as well, we're gonna make sure that we stay nice and relaxed with our hands in the same position, getting that big note. So as we have the two here and the big one here, we can alternate and have the same exact sound, but starting with my right hand, the two here and the big one there. And how I usually like to count this is I usually like to think of my little ghost notes here as a nice pickup, as I think of my 16th notes. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3. Having the be those two notes, so going nice and slow, of course, without a metronome at first, just to make sure you get that counting, is always recommended, so we get those two even notes there, and the big one here, and we're going to make sure, again, too, as it's accented, nice and relaxed to get that full sound. But as apropos to our NYSSMA, level 1 and level 2, I'm now going to set my metronome to 60 BPM, just like this, a nice even quarter note. 1 E and 2 E and we'll have 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, just to get used to the counting. But now we're going to see how these sound going back and forth, just like this. Here we are. We'll have 1 E and a 2 and 3 and here we go. Just like that. Nice and even. We're going to make sure those two notes are going to be super soft, but they're going to be close together, as we have the nice big accent here to help solidify our rudiment known as the drag. So enjoy counting nice even 16th notes to tie it all together. Well, that's it for today's lesson. We'd love to hear from you, so make sure you leave a comment below. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I want you to stay tuned as well for more Center Stage Music Center online videos.